What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome to another episode of Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. Thank you so much, Onyx Collective and Hulu, for partnering with me on this after show for all of our new favorite show on Hulu, Reasonable Doubt. I mean, my gosh, did y'all see this week's episode? Tap in right now and let me know what your thoughts are about this week's episode. Like, my gosh, so many thoughts. Like, okay, first of all, I mean, we finally got to see what I've been asking for weeks. Like, I think I've been asking for weeks. Cast members have been playing very coy with me. You know, they tootsie rolling around my questions. We got to see Corey and Jax share a little bit of a moment. What did y'all think about that? Last episode, everything was in Corey's mind. But this episode, it's almost like you could feel that Corey is feeling things out, trying to feel where Jax is at. You know what I mean? And mind you, she married. Just last episode, you was going ham on your daddy for flirting with a married woman, but here you are. How you doing? Here you are doing the most with your married coworker. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. What are we doing? Cam says the writing is superb. Yeah. Superb. Nordia says that moment has been brewing. Tasha, yeah, Corey knows something. That's why he's trying Jax. So he knows something's up. He knows something is up. Then you have Corey. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Do y'all think Corey knows the tea about Louis possibly being Tony's baby daddy, and that's why he sent Jax to cross-examine that lady like that? Do y'all think that was a scheme that Todd set? That was a scheme that Todd set up. That was a scheme that Todd set up. Oh my God. Tasha says, I do. Nordia says, I think he knows. The Taurus says, could have been. Patricia says, surely that can't be. I don't know. What if he knows the tea and he saw a little bit of a chance to creep right on in? Right on in. Not out, but in. What? I don't know. I just thought about that. Then later on in the episode, it is confirmed. Well, first of all, before we even go to this, what did y'all think about Jax's cross-examination of is it the girl's name is Tony, right? What did y'all think of her cross-examination of Tony? See, now she ain't had to do that girl like that. Now listen. Tony, she was dead wrong. She was dead wrong because, like Jax said, so I guess you just be sleeping with married men. And see, that's the thing. Close your legs to married men. What is it? What didn't Nene tell us that back in like 2008? Close your legs to married men. You over here being a 7-Eleven to married men. Okay? And so she used that cross-examination not only to, you know, obviously do her job for her client, but the way she also used that cross-examination to see if that lady knew if her baby was for Louis. Chef's kiss. See, chef's kiss. It was a lot going on. Jessica, Jax is amazing. Oh no, that's Mo. She ate that. Winnie believes that Corey does know. Patricia, did you see how Tony looked at Jax right when she got off the stand? How dare she give that look? I feel like Tony gave Jax that look like, all right, we'll see who has the last chuckle. I feel like she knew, even though she didn't know, but she knew. Now, I've never been pregnant. I don't have any kids, but I feel like a lot of women be knowing, like they be knowing. Y'all be knowing who did what, right? I just feel like you be knowing who did what. But yeah, this was a crazy episode. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, or towards the end of the episode, is it towards the end or at the end? Towards the end, it is confirmed. Louis confirms that the baby is his. Hey, hey, not she said it's your child, and it really messed me up. Not she said it's your child. Mind you, he does this right before they about to have dinner. I'm sorry. Now Louis tried it. You did that right before dinner time. Like, do you not know I will use this knife not only to cut this meat, but to cut you? Okay, I'm not promoting that. I'm not promoting violence. All right. But I'm just saying, Louis tried it. Okay, we have a couple special guests tonight, okay, to dissect this week's episode as well as the season so far. And I'm really, really excited to bring them on. First guest we have is the lovely Tiffany Cox, who plays Autumn. Tiffany Yvonne Cox recurs as Autumn Owens in Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. Her career adds to the show's exploration of complex legal and personal dynamics in Los Angeles. Cox's background in theater and her diverse acting experience likely contribute to a nuanced performance that enhances the series' dramatic tension and character development. I know that's right, all right? Oh, by the way, she's a first-generation Trinidadian and a former USAF military brat. She holds a BFA in musical theater. I know that's right. She's appeared in other notable series like Grey's Anatomy and Dead to Me. Y'all, make sure that you show some love for Tiffany Yvonne Cox. She's in the house. Hey, what's up, Tiffany?
Hello, I'm so thankful to be here. I have been enjoying your lives and the audience too. Y'all's comments are fire. It's so fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. I got a whole lot of questions for you and our next very special guest as well. Our next special guest is Nefetari Spencer. Nefetari Spencer plays Sally Braswell in Hulu's Reasonable Doubt as Jax's best friend and Shanelle's cousin. Sally is a central figure in the show's intricate web of relationships. Her character, one of the Ladera ladies, create a focal point for fan theories and discussions, particularly regarding her character's potential involvement in the show's central mystery. All right. Again, she portrays Sally. Her character is Jax's best friend. Fan theories are going off, honey. We have so many questions. Nefetari Spencer, come on in. Just come on in. Oh, and also, by the way, we've seen her in the Southside, Sherman Showcase, and she's a Chi-Town girl.
Hey.
What's up to both of y'all? How y'all doing?
Hi.
How are both of you doing? How are you enjoying not only watching the show, but seeing the fanfare that is behind the show?
I love it. I think it's been great. I think this season has been so much more behind the show, and I am thoroughly enjoying everybody, wanting to know what happened. Everybody telling me in my DMs what happened to everybody. My phone, my parents, my daddy is telling me what happened. Okay. And I'm like, Daddy, just watch the show.
Your daddy is me. I be wanting to tea. Okay. So both of you are having like family members hunt you down, trying to see what's going on. Our friends calling you too, like, girl, I did not know you had that in you.
Whenever the show is released, that same moment, I'm getting live texts of, oh, this happened. Jax did this. McKinley say what? More son. We get everything. And I have to say, it's so much fun. Because also, I would say me watching it again, because we filmed this a couple months ago, watching, I'm like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, like, me too, Tiff. Me too, Tiff. I'm like, oh, wait, ooh, especially the scenes that we're not in.
I think that's probably just a ride for y'all too, because the thing too, I feel like when you guys are acting, you're so much in the moment, you're probably not even thinking about the rest of the scenes that you're going to see later. So is there a lot of things that you're watching as we're watching that have you going like, wait a minute? If so, like, are there any moments that like kind of shocked y'all?
You know, I would say, and this episode is special because I also direct. So I had the wonderful blessing of being able to shadow our director, Anton Cropper, for this
That's
episode.
great.
So I was able to be there from the beginning through the end to see how all of this came together. And I was there with the conversations where they were conceptualizing what it would look like and then getting into the actual production. So what was surprising, Jesse, was seeing the execution. So when I was actually on set, was watching McKinley do that very last monologue.
Oh my God.
Baby, and I'm married and I love my husband. I was like, baby, memorize that monologue and say it to me, okay? I need that. I know we got that type of love, but the writers put that in there. Give me that type of love. And then, right? And then as well, then seeing it, me seeing it on TV now, getting to see how all the moments were cut together, because we shoot a whole lot more than what actually happens. So it was really cool then to see what was decided by Anton and Ramala and the team of how they wanted to share this story. And I just think 207 was exquisite. Exquisite.
It's amazing. It is an amazing, amazing episode. Let me ask you guys. I know with the first season, obviously, Emiyatsi, she's killing it as the leader of the pack, the leader of the cast. But then coming into this season, we get hit with a surprise. D. Morris Chestnut comes in. How has it been being on the same set as Morris Chestnut?
Fantastic. It's been great to be on set with him. Fun fact. I did this show. I played a paramedic, and I had like a couple of lines, and I can't remember the name of it, but and I remembered it. I brought it up. I looked it up on IMDb, but Morris Chestnut was in it as well. So I had a scene with him previously. So when we had our cast dinner right before we all started shooting, I was like, hey, do you remember, this particular show? And I was a paramedic, and it was a night shoot, so it was like terrible conditions, But it was great to see him again. And I also do a lot of writing on award shows, so I just saw him for some other stuff. So it was fantastic to be around him. He's a legend. You know what I mean?
A legend. And everybody says how extremely nice he is too. So it's good to hear that he's just, not only is he a legend, but he's a kind person. Let's get into y'all's characters. So Tiffany, Autumn, I feel like she knew from the start, or I think she was like the first person in the friend group to be like, Shanelle lying. Shanelle not telling the truth, right? Sally took that very offensive, but I feel like you're like, nah, she's not telling the truth. How was it playing that role? And have you ever been placed in a position like that before with the friend group?
Right. So Autumn is the therapist. Autumn is the peacemaker. And Autumn can also read people, So Autumn saw what was happening and was like, it ain't adding up. It's not adding up. Something's off. But to be the one to speak up, that's a hard thing to do. And especially look at Nefetari's eyes at me right now. She like, say something else, She like, say something else. Meet me outside. So that's really hard then to like speak up for yourself. But Autumn is one who does it, because Autumn will say some of the tough things. I think Autumn tries to do it the best way that she can to package it well. And also, even with this intense conversation about your friend possibly killing somebody, your friend possibly lying on the stand, Autumn can't really package that as well as maybe she would other things sometimes. So it might come off and create a little bit of conflict. Now with me and my friends or my family, I call them my sister cousins. I feel as if I am one that will tell them like it is, but it'll be a one-on-one kind of thing.
It'll be more receptive. Okay, I see. Now, with you, Nefetari, you play Sally, and you already know what I'm about to ask you. You already know what I'm about to ask you, girl, because you had went to your husband and was like, listen, we have got to put the house up for this lady bail money. And your husband was like, absolutely not. And you was like, absolutely yes. And you went and did it without your husband's first. What the hell? Like, I know you catching all types of strays on social. What did you think about Sally doing that? And is that something you would do in real life?
Okay, so is that something that Nefetari would do in real life? No.
Okay.
However, that's Sally and Shanelle are cousins. We grew up together. We grew up like sisters. So we're sister cousins. Like our bond is like this. So I feel like Sally, having been privy to what JT was doing and me trying to get her out of that situation and seeing the turmoil that she was going through, I feel like I was fighting for my cousin. I'm fighting for my family.
Yeah.
And Chris is my husband, is my family too, but I'm also fighting for my family.
Yeah.
So I think it was a bad choice to go against your home with your husband, but she fighting for her family too. So I give Sally a pass for that, because she meant well.
She meant well, but I don't know if she did well now. But then when we saw what followed, Shanelle actually broke out. So now they got to pay the whole amount. How you doing? That's crazy. That's insane. But let's talk about Jax and Lewis for a minute. Now we see everything that's happened in their relationship. Do you all think that they can really make it to the other side?
Episodes and time will tell.
I
know everybody. Hey, where's mine at?
Not y'all not telling me no tea.
Yeah, we on episode 7. So it's 3 more.
Wow. I thought y'all was gonna be the ones to break. All right. Well, listen now. Listen, I just want to thank both of you for spending this time with us. Like you said, we do have 3 more episodes to enjoy watching. I know there's so much more left in the season. But before you guys leave, I want to ask you guys to tell everybody how to follow you, where to follow you guys, and to continue to support you guys individually as well.
Thank you. Well, you can find me on Instagram. My full name, Tiffany Yvonne Cox. You'll see me right there on Instagram and also on TikTok.
Oh, period. You better be on TikTok.
You know, this show got me doing it. This show got me on the TikTok.
I said, Emiyanti, you need to be on TikTok. Like, she's like, okay, I'll do it next season. I'm like, you need to do it now. What about you, Nefetari?
So it's Nefetari S. I'm on Instagram. I'm not on the TikTok. I'll try to get on the TikTok too, because I'm just like, I don't have time, because sometimes I get sucked in and I look up, it's like 30 minutes later. I was like, I can't do this. But you can find it at Nefetari S. It's my first name and last initial.
Well, thank you both, Nefetari, Tiffany. Y'all show them some love. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next episodes. All right, y'all. So we're not done. We are not done. We still have one last special guest. All right. Now, you know him as Lewis. All right. But his name is McKinley Freeman. All right. McKinley Freeman stars, of course, as Lewis in Hulu's Reasonable Doubt, as a seasoned attorney and colleague of the main character. I'm sorry. Am I reading that right? Lord, I'm so sorry. I think I'm reading the wrong bio. Lord, my bad, y'all. Okay, so Lewis stars obviously in Reasonable Doubt. This is McKinley. He previously has played Dominique in Ava DuVernay's Queen Sugar. He had a leading role in VH1 and BET's Hit the Floor. He appeared in a notable series like HBO's Titans, ABC's Scandal. He has a diverse acting portfolio spanning drama, crime, superhero genres. And of course, he's killing it in this season and the first season of Reasonable Doubt. Make some noise, guys. Show your love for the one, the only McKinley Freeman.
What's going on? How you doing? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. I've been dying to talk to you, sir. First of all, what an amazing job you are doing with this role. Like, you are killing it. Like, there are episodes where, like, I love you. Then there's episodes where I hate you. There's
Yeah.
episodes where I'm just like, what is happening? Like, what is it? What I mean, obviously, we've just talked about just a small fraction of your resume, but what has it been like portraying Lewis in Reasonable Doubt?
Well, first, again, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and thank you for the fans. We were off the air for 2 years, so it's like to be able to come back and have people that still cared, and then we're like, "Yo, where the hell's the show at?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
answer that question." So to be able to come back and like, have you and the fans is amazing, and of course, anything Reasonable Doubt related begins. The beginning, middle, and end starts with Ramla Muhammad. We're all instruments, but she's the conductor of it all. So I'm always going to give her props. But yeah, I mean, for as far as Lewis is concerned, I think a lot of it for me was just for the conversations that I have at TSA, or if I'm getting a acai bowl or I'm running into people, it's those conversations where brothers are like, "Yo, thank you." Like, are you married? Like, are you? Because that seems real. It's like really committing, which I'm not, which is a whole other conversation. But yeah,
Well,
so it's been
oh,
cool.
you an actor for real.
I mean, yeah, no, well, I just invest in
you
it.
an
I
actor
take
for
the time, and it's like it's got to be real to me, and like at the same time, it's like the relationship between, there can't be a Lewis without a Jax, right? So it's like
Yeah.
starting with the basics, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have some fan questions for you.
Okay.
The first
Well,
one
first of all, they
is,
mad at me. Somebody
they mad
said, "What?" Lewis definitely raggedy for not using the. Okay, we ain't gonna give away. All right, what else have been saying? Somebody said
Well,
we got problems with that.
did they lie?
I mean, listen, life is complicated, right? Life is complicated. But hold on. So okay, so here's the thing. Like, me personally, I don't really um I don't really watch the show like that, because it's just from an artist perspective, it's a little bit different for me. But I'm very, very in touch with, like, I like to see what Yati. I like to pop in like maybe earlier on, but generally speaking, it's not like my thing. But what I do remember is how people were treating me at work when we were shooting this season. And I'm gonna tell you something. Like all I have to do is put a finger on the pulse of the responses that I'm getting, and it lets me know where we are, because it
Mm,
started early. Like, man, Sierra, the makeup artist, the sound people, everybody started cutting their eyes at me and stuff. So it started early. So I know exactly where we are. Like, for real. Like, it wasn't even funny. I'm like, man, and I'm not a person that reads ahead or anything. So I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. But that's the exciting thing about just the
that's
environment that Ramla and Carrie and those they created. It's like we got a chance to really go make something cool, which I hopefully, that resonates with people when they see it.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament just to how much you're killing this role, because people are taking it so personal.
Are they
But
mad?
they're mad, but they're also, I think with this last episode, the tides are changing, because the first fan question I got was, Lewis, no question, but that speech at the end of the episode has redeemed you. Please let the audience know what it was like filming that scene. First of all, what it was like reading those words and then actually filming that scene, because I cried. My wig was on the floor.
I did too.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I mean, in the moment, I think it starts with Ryan Richmond, right? I think, again, Ramla is the architect, but Ryan Richmond did a phenomenal job of writing the hell out of 207 from beginning to end. And I think, and also I give a lot of props to Anton Cropper, because when we started the scene, I'm like, I'm not, especially, there's things where you can kind of rehearse this, but I'm like, when I got there, it's like, hey, well, let's just go. And just did a couple of takes, and then I think we had it. But at the time as well, like, unbeknownst to most people, like, I also had pneumonia. So like the night before, I was sleeping straight up because I couldn't breathe. Right. So there's like through the course of this episode was also battling pneumonia and remembering lines and stuff like that. So for me, the words have to be true to me. So it's just really, give myself the opportunity to focus and just see what happens. But when you have a scene partner like Emiata, you've got Anton, you've got, such a supportive world of people. I think that's what's really special about this show, is that people give us the space to just be. And in that, I think,
So
yeah.
them was pneumonia tears?
No, them was real tears. Well, here's the thing though. That conversation specifically, you have to think about this. Um, in order to even attempt to fix something, you have to try to attempt it to the extent that you fixed it. Right. So like in Lewis's perspective, it's
That's
like I
deep.
don't even know in that perspective, it's like how far when you don't even know which way is up, how do you know which way to go? And
Mm,
sometimes the best place to start is just being honest about fuck. I mean, I don't know what's
yeah.
going on here. I don't know if you beep that or whatever. But
Oh
yeah,
no,
just
it's
being like,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, let me ask you this question. This is another fan question. Do
yeah.
you ever feel conflicted with your character versus your personal choices?
No, no, because the story is more important than McKinley. Like Lewis's story is more
Mm,
important than McKinley's story. And I think the people that watch the show, they connect with Jax and Lewis, not Imayati and McKinley. There's a responsibility that we have as storytellers to remove ourselves from being seen and allow the characters in that point of view to be seen because that's what people are tuning in to watch. You know what I mean?
mm,
And I think putting all the time and putting to me the value is in the creation of the thing and the out. I'm really big on like disconnecting from outcomes. Like I don't really like the question is have I done the best that I can do and then pray that
period.
that's enough and that's it.
Period. Period. Watching this
Yeah.
episode,
I'm gonna just say this because I see this over here. The internet is wrong about my relationship status and my age, and I'll just leave it at that.
okay, period. Okay, he cleared it up. Period. I know y'all got questions in the
Yeah.
chat. Now here's another thing. Watching this
Mhm.
episode, that therapy session, my lord, when
Oh,
Jax looked to Lewis and said, "I thought you were a black king I could brag about, but you just
yeah,
another nigga to complain about." Then
yeah.
you answered and was like, "Oh, I know. You not sitting here like you wasn't out here passing coochie to fresh convicts like it was Christmas." I'm
Yeah, you know
sorry.
what's funny is like I don't know what's gonna make the edit, so I'm like, it's funny that you said that. But what's interesting is it's like again though, it's the balance to everyone that hates me on social media. It's like, yo, but hold on a second, where were you the last what
Last season.
15 episodes? Yeah. You was out here playing footsies and having tea and stuff, but then when it comes time for it, it's like the conversations change, you know. So yeah,
Hello.
it's interesting. It's that
Period.
situation. What is that? Situational like morality. You know what I mean? Was it's like it kind of
Mhm,
depends on what side of the scale you sitting on. But yeah, and it makes for
mhm.
great conversations because a lot of the messages are about couples having conversations about some of the things that happen in that show, which I think is important. Like I think I
Yeah,
saw one where brother was like, if I learn anything, it's to tell my wife the truth. So I'm gonna tell her that I watched this episode and I'm gonna rewatch it with her
no,
later.
I'm telling you right now, McKinley, that monologue, like, I'm not even married, and I'm gonna make sure my husband, not my husband, well, my husband to be, I'm gonna make sure he watches that monologue because apology, if the apology ain't giving that, baby, I don't want it. If the
Mm.
apology ain't giving pneumonia tears, I don't want it.
I think
Point
it's
blank.
that thing. The pneumonia stayed in the trailer. But I will say that, like, you know, when you when you venture out to build anything that you care about, there's a bit of courage that comes with that because you just don't know, right? And then,
Yeah,
from a perspective of Lewis, where it's like, perhaps he's doing everything right that he can outside of some of these choices in terms of raising his family and stuff like that, but still his wife is this powerhouse of a woman and rightfully so, right? So it's like a part of this as well in trying to honestly have this conversation and this relationship with Lewis and Jax is also dealing with the fact that like she's such a dynamic, powerful person in her own right as she should be
yeah,
and be supported in her effort to do that. What is the version of Lewis that has to evolve and grow to be supportive of that in a way that's sustainable? Because
yeah,
otherwise you just dragging weight on the coattails of Superwoman, and nobody wants to do that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
do you think, I mean, it's you later reveal that it is your baby, my lord. It is your baby, and Jax takes it very, very hard. Um, I mean, if you want to spill tea, you
I saw
can.
what you did earlier. You ain't gonna get me fired. You want me to spill? Wait, what'd you say?
Why would
So
I try to get you fired? I
I saw
enjoy
what you
the
did
show.
with
I
Tiffany. You
enjoy
was
your
trying to sneak out secrets. I heard about you. I've been seeing. I'm just kidding. No, well, here's the thing. I will say that, like, for hey, I will say this one, and this is for the fans of the show, and I mean this sincerely. Like, Ramala Muhammad has you
Lord.
in mind when she makes this show. Like, when I tell
Mhm.
you the conversations that like my conversations with not my conversations with Ramala are usually about the way the notes are in terms of the way the songs arranged. And she's like, oh, here and here. And it's just really, it's a testament to her level of like understanding the how to tell story and engaging an audience. And I think it's an art form in 2024 when you're battling multiple screens, you're battling your phone, your iPad, this, that, and the
Yeah.
third. But the ability for to have, you know, people come together and send me hate mail or whatever it is. It's a appointment. It's a I
Y'all,
appreciate it.
please leave this man alone. He is just playing a role. Lord, my God. But you
No,
know
it's
what?
cool. It's cool. I'm like, I got called. Listen, I got called Lewis Jax. What's she called me? This is why we were shooting. This is like out there by Earls and Crenshaw. And was walking up the street. This lady was like, "Hey, Lewis Jackson's husband, McKinley." I was like, "Wait a minute." She just threw them all out for him. It was hilarious. But like, people love the show, and I think for me, it's like it's just that to me, it's the process, and then like again, just like knowing that people are enjoying what they see, like to me, that's inspiring, and just go back to the lab and keep working for sure.
Well, you, sir, are very, very inspiring. And I like that you mentioned Ramala. I feel that this character, seeing your character arc this season, man,
Mm.
we really don't get to see Black men portrayed in this manner. The layers, but it's just like it's such a sophisticated way of presenting the layers of a Black man. And while Ramala and the writers are killing it, you are killing it. I just want to make sure you
I
understand
appreciate that.
just how gifted you are, man. Like, I, as a fan of the show, wow, just just
Well,
wow.
listen, I appreciate it, but you, as you know, like none of this stuff is made in a vacuum, right? I mean, we have amazing directors, writers, you know, gaffers,
Yeah.
everybody. And I think that, like, you know, sincerely, when you strip away all the things that are important, the only thing that's left is the thing that you should be doing. And
Yeah.
for me, and for us, when given the opportunity, especially like, you know, when we had to you know, break from the business for a while with the strikes and
Yeah.
everything, to have the opportunity to come back and do something that we all look forward to, I'm like, man, let's run it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy to hop on here and not give away secrets. And like I said, I definitely appreciate the folks in the chat and the folks,
Well, you
because again, like go ahead.
I can't let you leave because you know we got to wrap up, but I cannot
Yeah.
let you leave without asking you about that scene with you and Morris Chestnut. The scene where
Oh, yeah.
Morris Chestnut barges into the house. He and Jax are going at it, and you
Yeah.
come out of nowhere just buffing up your chest. I'm like, oh my Lord, what is going on?
Is that what I was doing? Wow, that was awesome. I'm glad I did that.
How was it playing that scene with Morris Chestnut?
You know, Morris, first of all, I had a chance to work with Morris before. So when I saw that he was coming on second season, I was like, dope. So I texted him like, yo, I can't wait. And then actually before we even got to, you know, we even got to work, like I was able to connect with him and Ramla, and we all had dinner, and it was like super dope. But like, Morris is dope. I mean, Morris is a legend. And as far as that specific scene goes, I think a lot of it is just like, you know, first of all, like before we even started, I'm like, yo, how much time has passed? Because like, you tell me a brother that forgot about his wife cheating on him 2 months later, and I'll point out somebody that's not being honest. So I'm like, how much time has passed here? You know what I'm saying? So part of that for me was, you know, preparing for this was this season. A lot of it was just digging into specifics, like what are the steps that somebody typically follows when they've been betrayed by the person that they've been married to and built a life with, because you kind of built what's the simulation of like a fool's paradise where none of it is true. So you have
Yeah.
to start all over. So like just thinking about stuff like that, and making those conversations with her about building. But yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, Morris is cool. And in that moment, it's like he comes in the house, and when the script came, it was like, says something like, the line was like, the next time he thinks about coming in the house, I said,
I'm
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
show
whoa.
you.
I'm like, I don't care what this thinks. Like the next time he come in here, I don't care what he thinks at all. Like if he come in here with his voice like that, it's gonna be different. And I think that's how any brother would react if anybody came in their house raising their voice. You know what I'm saying? So I think we just start with that. But it's just been an honor to like be in a situation where like, you know, you get to authentically represent what's been written in a way that's true to the most of the people, in a true to people that we know, as opposed to ideas of people we think we've seen. And I think that the two are very, very different. So yeah.
Well, you've done one hell of a job, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And again, thank you to the chat and everybody else, because y'all been, I mean, all jokes aside, you know what I'm saying? All the hate and the threats, like I appreciate y'all for sure.
Lord, well, before you go, please let us know where we can follow you on socials, please.
Sure. Yeah, it's just McKinley Freeman. That's it on Instagram, Twitter, X, and I don't have TikTok, but I'll probably start with Emiyatsi. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah.
Perfect.
But much love. I appreciate y'all for sure. And the next 3 episodes, if you've liked the first 7, the next 3 you're gonna be like, yo, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Like this is a big piece, but there's so many things going on. So catch your breath and get ready.
Of stuff going on that you don't want to tell us.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Your Hulu subscription won't allow me to tell you beyond a certain point. You know how this works.
Well,
hey, much love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. I've been waiting for Lewis at the door. I had so many questions to ask, child. Let me see what y'all been saying in this chat. Y'all been acting up. Lord have mercy. Patricia said, take that bass out, Lewis. The scene with the DMX track. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Forgot to ask Nefetari that, because remember she came in and she was like, I guess you always gonna be a bleed. Oh Lord, she delivered that line too, y'all. Delivered that line. But man, oh Lord, not y'all acting up. Somebody said, oh, he's such a cutie. Okay, y'all, now come on now. We gotta behave now. Y'all, we want more guests to come in. All right. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. Y'all, thank you so much to Onyx Collective and Hulu for partnering with me on this. Y'all, there are still 3 episodes left. And from what the entire cast keeps saying, this ain't even the best of what we've seen. So make sure y'all are tuning in every Thursday and then meet me here for Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. All right. Until next time, take care of yourselves.